What up, YouTube? With Season 16, we finally got a new firing range update. We got moving dummies, infinite reloads, different strafes. The dummies can crouch up and down now. It's actually crazy. So with a new update comes new firing range drills. So today, that's what I'm going to talk about. You boys, so for the new firing range drills, what I'd like to do, this is like my daily training routine now. I'll grab a Nemesis. The Nemesis is absolutely busted. I'll grab every single sight, pick up all of them. Just load set inventory. Turn on infinite reloads right here. Turn that on. I usually go and grab an R9, but honestly, you can grab any submachine gun of your choice. R9 is the best right now, so I recommend practicing with R9. And guys, what I do is I set the bots to these settings right here. So for training the submachine gun, I like to keep the strafe speed on run. But for training the AR at distance, I like to put it on random. Well, honestly, if you're shooting them up close, you should keep it on run. If you're shooting them from far away, keep it on random. Doesn't matter what gun you're using. So if they're up close like this, keep it on run and literally just try and one clip them and just try and strafe, maintain full strafe speed while you're one clipping them. And guys, these new dummies make firing range training so simple. Literally all you have to do now is just go back and forth and just try and one clip these dummies from different distances. And that's it. Like, you don't have to shoot these back targets anymore. Like, you don't have to do this. Like, the whole purpose of this was to like emulate kind of like jumping from target to target and just like practice target acquisition. But now that you have moving dummies, like, you really don't need to do that. Like, moving dummies take away the need for like all other types of practice other than just shooting the dummies. Like, this is actually so helpful now. Like, this transfers over to the game way more than any of my old firing range drills. Just shooting dummies that are shaping back and forth like this and just trying to one clip them. So what I do is I'll run from platform to platform, like just back and forth, and I'll change my distance over and over again. So like, you don't want to sit in the same spot. Always change your distance, like stand from. So I like to go for submachine guns, I usually go from about anywhere from this close, about 10 meters from the dummies, all the way back to like, I'll usually go to like 30 is the furthest I'll go. I won't go past, I won't go past 35. I'm gonna sit like right here. And I'll just run back between 10 meters and 30 meters, and I'll go between all three of the bots and just try and one clip them. And I'll also rotate all my sights out. So like, usually I start with iron sight, because iron sight's what you get the most often in game, right? You don't always get a sight off the rip when you're dropping in. So I'll do iron sight for like a couple minutes, then I'll throw in a cog maybe, and then do this for a couple minutes, then throw in a hollow, then I'll throw in a 1x2, then I'll throw in a digi. You should practice the most though with iron sight and digital threat, because those are the two sights you'll be running the most. And then for the Nemesis, you can do a little bit of close range Nemesis training with the 1x. You can figure out if you like to hold the trigger down or like tap fire it. And then sometimes I'll just throw a 2x on, do some close range 2x training. I won't do 3x this close because it's not really realistic. You're never gonna be shooting someone this close. Yeah, I'll do like a 1x2 and then I'll throw in a bruiser. And I'll just start backing up. Like, usually I'll start up close. Just start backing up. Go back, just keep going back. Shoot a few bots at every distance and just keep going back and forth. And that's all you have to do now for the new firing range. Literally, just walk between different distances and shoot different bots over and over and over again. Like, I'll literally just run all around the firing range, like different spots. Like, sometimes I'll pretend I'm on a head glitch in game like this. I'll like pop my head out like I'm doing it in game. Try and make it a little bit realistic. And that's why I like to play Newcastle, because I can actually like simulate playing around cover. Like, sometimes when I'm running around, I'll just sit behind these walls. I pretend like I'm on top of a rock in game or something, and I have to like sit behind the rock. Because when you're sitting on like certain pieces of cover in game, you can't actually move around a lot. So you need to practice with like minimal strafe area, which is what I'll do. And sometimes it's fun to just like throw a Newcastle wall down. I like to throw it right in the middle here, and just pretend I'm trying to minimize the damage I take while I'm shooting these bots. So like, step out, get a clip in. And you'll notice like it's actually a lot harder when you don't have as much room to strafe around as you want to, right? And this is a lot more realistic than just like running around in the open. So yeah, I would definitely recommend trying out a Newcastle wall and just shooting around it like this. Just going in and out of cover. like minimizing the time you spend out of cover, like doing like a perfect, like one of the most common challenges, like a way to challenge somebody, like 1v1, is you just strafe out of cover, dump your mag, and go back into cover, and you can just practice that. You can basically time your mag with the time that you're out of cover. So step out, full mag dump, back in. Sometimes you can throw a little like side step, like do like the 2 to the left, 1 to the right, bait strafe. You go 2 left, 1 to the right, 2 left, 1 to the right. You can do all types of stuff with Newcastle wall. But yeah, for the new drills are just really simple. Literally just run around, shoot these bots. You can do it with every gun. I prefer the R9 and the Nemesis more than anything because these are the best 2 guns right now. Well, you can do the Scout. I'd recommend the Flatline. The Flatline's really good right now. Prowler and car, definitely do the Prowler in the car. But other than that, like, that's really it, guys. Like, the firing range training is really simple now. You literally just shoot these bots. But remember, if you're up close, I'd keep the bots on run. And if you're far away, I'd put the bots on walk. Because when you're up close to the bots, like, imagine you're in-game fighting somebody. Nobody in-game, when you're this close, is going to be walking. They're always going to be hip-firing you, strafing with max speed like this. They're not going to be slow walking left and right like this. But if someone's far away from you, they will be slow walking because chances are they'll be ADSing with like AR or like a scout or something. So like if someone's far away, they'll probably be slow walking, which is why you should put it on random when you're shooting at them from far away. It's just a bit more realistic. And definitely keep random intervals on. I don't like using crouch because it's just not realistic. Like nobody shoots at you when they're just crouching like that, like this. Like when people crouch spam, they do this. They spam it, right? Nobody just does this. This is very rare. You'll never run into that. But yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. That's really it. There's not much to talk about. I don't really use the blue targets that much anymore. I mean, these are okay to like shoot at every now and then. But you don't get aim assist on these, so it's not very realistic. I would just shoot these dummies over and over again. And also, as far as the stats on the top go, I really haven't like found a use for those yet. Maybe once I spend some more time, I'll like think of something to use them for. But I really don't even like bother looking at the stats too often. I mean, you can kind of like gauge how accurate you are from different ranges, I guess. Like up close, I'll be at like 80%, and I'm far away, I'll hit like 50 or like 25 or something like that. Yeah, literally just run back and forth and just try and one-clip these bots for like anywhere from 10 minutes to like an hour, sometimes even longer if I really feel like it. But yeah, guys, the firing range is going to be so much more useful now than before. I really do recommend, if you didn't use the firing range before, now is your chance to catch up because this is going to be like way more efficient practice, way more efficient. Like shooting these bots will transfer over to actual gameplay more than ever before. Alright boys, I hope you like the new firing range. Let me know what you guys think of this training guide in the comments below. And thanks for watching.